Ultra Video Powder Tea. Oi. So the Detroit Pistons hosted the Charlotte Hornets at their new arena, Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. It's been 40 years since they played. And, quote unquote Detroit, they moved to, what was it, Auburn Hills for quite a while, at least since the 80s, well, even before the 80s. And they played at the Pontiac Silverdome before that. So it's been technically like about 40 years since they played in, the city and county of Detroit. Their new arena was empty. I don't believe their coach, Stan Van Gundy. He was trying to answer away while the arena was half empty, claiming that, well, the fans were busy, walking through the new arena, eating in the new restaurants, checking out the clubs. Really? So let's see. Let me get this math. The arena holds almost 21,000 fans for basketball. And you have a half-empty arena on opening night. And so, 10,000 fans are eating in restaurants, watching TV in the clubs inside the arena, and walking in the mezzanine? Really? Really? So that arena has enough seating for 10,000 people to sit down in a restaurant, or dance in a club, or walk around the concourse instead of sitting in their seats watching the game, which is what they were supposed to, which is why they showed up? I mean, give me a break, man. They claimed the attendance was 20,491 or something like that. Yeah, 20,491, which would be officially a sellout. I think the arena can hold like 21,000 people for basketball, and then hockey for, I think, 20,000. And actually, this arena is the world's second largest hockey arena because it holds 20,000 fans. The Detroit Red Wings are going to play there too, so it's a multi-purpose arena. So Joe Louis Arena, they're not going to play there anymore. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Joe Louis Arena. That's a pretty old arena. And then before that, I think they played what they called the barn or something like that. People were pissed off when the Detroit Red Wings moved from the barn or whatever that old arena was to Joe Louis Arena. So just imagine what their fans might be pissed off that they're moving from Joe Louis Arena to this arena that was half empty. Actually, during the Detroit Red Wings game, people were commenting about how empty the seats were. So, and guess who had to pay for this arena? Taxpayers had to pay for this arena. Oh, and by the way, as you can see, I really don't care the score of the game. It's the Detroit Pistons and Charlotte Hornets. I don't know, the NBA, it's okay. I don't really have a favorite team anymore. I used to be a big-time sports fanatic. My favorite team was the Denver Broncos, the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Rockies when they first arrived, and the Colorado Avalanche when they first arrived. But now I don't even care. I don't have like a local team. What I mean by I don't care is I don't have a favorite team anymore. It was Dwight Howard's first game with his new team. Something happened. Whoops. It was, and also the the Detroit Pistons won 102 to 90. Hey, I did report. I did get to it. No, I was more interested in the empty arena. That fascinates me. No, I don't believe these people. I've noticed this before in other sports. The NFL, there's a lot of empty seats, even though the NFL only has 16 regular season games every year. The NBA has 82 regular season games, where 41 are home, so they got 41 home games. The NFL has only 8 home games. What else? Major League Baseball has 81 home games. So you could see with sports that have way more home games where you could have half-empty stadiums. But, the NFL having a half-empty stadium, even though there's only 8 home games, And you know what I'm saying? So no. And then I know for a fact that these professional sports, they sell their tickets to third parties. So let's say, to keep it simple, they have 20,000 tickets. They sell them to these ticket brokers, and the ticket brokers pay them a certain amount, the teams, and then they wholesale it, basically wholesale, and then they sell the tickets for a profit. Well, but then what happens is these professional sports teams, they claim that, it was a sellout. But then when you attended the game, you could yell and it would echo. Or the arena was half empty. Now, do you really believe that 10,000 people ate in restaurants on the opening night game of the Detroit Pistons in their new arena? I don't buy that. Dwight Howard had a pretty decent game, 15 rebounds. Let's see off the top of my head. The Pistons outshot Charlotte by 3%, 43% to 40%, but Charlotte outscored the Detroit Pistons by 12 points from the free throw line. I think it was 23 to 12. I thought that was interesting. A lot of times when you outscore your opponent by, that big from the free throw line, you win, but not always. They still lost. Detroit came out with an 11-point lead in the second quarter and cruised to a 12-point win. Their Tobias had 27 points to lead the Pistons. Well, lead both teams. That's right. I was more interested in the empty arena. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tobias Harris led all scorers with 27 points. Let's see the turnover ratio. Oh, this was interesting too. Both teams had the same amount of rebounds, 47 to 47. Turnovers, well, I think 14 to 4. That's a big number too. Charlotte had 14 turnovers to Detroit's 4. I'm pretty sure that's... Well, yeah. Well, no, Detroit had 14 steals. Charlotte had 4 steals. And then what was the turnover margin? Oh. Charlotte committed 17 turnovers to the Detroit's 8. That's a lot of times that is a big, discrepancy there. Like, what I'm saying, when teams have more turnovers than the other. Well, I mean, think about it. It's similar to other sports like the NFL. You don't want to turn the ball over. So 17 to 8. Rebounds were even. And the arena was half empty. Adios!